So good day everyone, my name is Shalami Arolan Filisar and today we're going to tackle about portfolio consolidation. So portfolio consolidation is a process of curating, aligning, and synthesizing evidence of teaching practices. It involves selecting significant artifacts such as lesson plans, student works, observations, connecting them to the teaching standards or frameworks, writing reflective analysis, and presenting the portfolio in a coherent and professional. The goal of portfolio consolidation is to transform a collection of documents into a story of professional growth and readiness to teach. Consolidation turns scattered materials into structured, standards-based presentation used for evaluation, reflection, and professional development. So there are three theoretical anchors that related to portfolio consolidation. So first, Donald Scone, reflective practitioner. Scone's reflection in action or reflection on action provides an additional element by making a distinction between reflection during the event and reflection after the event. It may be helpful to take account of this distinction during your own reflective practice. So reflection in action is thinking while teaching, while reflection on action is analyzing practice after teaching. So portfolios formalize reflection on action by acquiring written analysis, according to Harvard Medical School 2018. Second is David Kolb, Experiential Learning Cycle. Kolb's learning styles theory identifies four types of learners: converging, diverging, assimilating, and accommodating. It recognized that people have preferred ways of processing and internalizing information. These styles are part of his experiential learning cycle, which involves four stages: concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. The cycle emphasizes learning through experience by John Dewey, reflection, conceptualization, and testing new ideas. Portfolio consolidation fits in the reflection of conceptualization stages, supporting continuous improvement. So according to Case Western Reserve University 2025. So the third one is the Danielson Framework for Teaching, or the FFT. It is a comprehensive evaluation tool that assesses teacher performance across four domains: planning and preparation, classroom environment, instruction, and professional responsibilities. It evaluates teachers' ability to plan engaging lessons, create a positive learning environment, deliver effective instruction, and fulfill professional responsibilities such as reflection, communication, and growth. By providing a structured framework, FFT helps teachers identify areas for improvement, promotes professional growth, and supports teachers' development, ultimately enhancing students' learning and achievement. So, how do I compile my portfolio? Experience suggests that most faculty members rely on the following step-by-step approach in creating their portfolios. It is based on the work of Shore and others on 1986, Sheldon in 1991, and O'Neill and Wright in 1992. There are many different ways of compiling a teaching portfolio. The steps outlined below are one possible approach that provides a structure for taking you through the drafting process step by step. Feel free to deviate from this plan, skipping or adding steps to accommodate your personal styles. So step 1, clarify teaching responsibilities. Define your role and responsibilities as a lecturer to determine what to document. Step 2. Select items for the portfolio. Choose relevant information that aligns with your teaching responsibilities. Step 3. Prepare statement on each item. Write statements explaining how each item reflects your teaching responsibilities and status. Step 4. Arrange items in order. Organize items by importance, chronology, or category to showcase your teaching effectiveness. Step 4. Compile supporting data. Gather evidence to support your statement and place it in an appendix. Step 6. Incorporate portfolio into curriculum vitae. Integrate your portfolio into your curriculum vitae to provide context and a comprehensive view of your responsibilities. So now, what goes into a consolidated portfolio? So there are 4 categories that we need to tackle. First, artifact, which is the lesson plans, observation notes, and student works. Second, standards alignment, tagging evidence to framework for teaching. The third one is the integration reflection, analysis of what worked, what did not, and the next steps. The fourth one is the growth narrative, a synthesis of strengths, challenges, and future goals. The fifth one is the presentation-ready format, organized structure, often digital or the e-portfolio.